global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Many Nigerians were really shocked when Tinubu attended the Paris summit and was nowhere to be found to make the issue of statements. Most African leaders were there. They made their speeches, powerful speeches, I must say. But the effects of the Paris statement, the Paris visit is beginning to come out. Some few days back or some few hours ago, Tinubu did Nigeria's, should I call it a favor now, of changing airport names. Many Nigerians are also still asking that same question. What has the change of airport names got to do with economic growth or changing the welfare and the struggles of Nigerians? But while at it, this may likely be the second loan Tinubu is getting in the shortest period of time. We are into, but very quickly, some of us do not know exactly what transpired. World Bank has approved a sum of $500 million federal government loan request to help Nigeria drive women's empowerment. Let's continue. In a statement released, the World Bank stated it gave approval for the loan to scale up financing for Nigerian Women Program, which was initially approved on June 27, 2018, with $100 million financing. Let's read the statement in part. The World Bank has approved $500 million for Nigeria for Women Program Scale Up, which is known as NFWP-SU. The scale up financing will further support the government of Nigeria to invest in improving the livelihoods of women in Nigeria. The NFWP-SU will help to ensure better economic opportunities for women, which is essentially for addressing gender inequality, guaranteeing better education, health and nutrition outcomes for families, and building women's and communities' resilience to climate change. This will be the second loan being approved by the World Bank in the Tinubu administration. My colleague is here. We want to look at this extensively. This is getting really interesting. Nigerians are wondering, barely 2-3 months into the administration, they've removed subsidies, and hopefully, I don't know how they'll play around it, but a lot of Nigerians are really begging for a lot of electricity. They should not remove the subsidy, and there are even rumors, because the independent marketers are already crying out that because of the shortfall of dollar and the increase in dollar and all that, that's likelihood of fuel PMS moving from 520 to 590 something is very high. So the renewed shege is taking a different dimension. What's your take with the fact that they are still giving Nigeria money with the level of indebtedness already we are sensing? How do you even think Bola Tinubu is going to go around this whole issue?
Well, the situation on ground is pathetic economically, but at the same time, I would love clear explanation over this loan collected. Yes, he talked about women emancipation, blah, 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 blah. We all know that that is not the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is staring at our faces. We know that one of the key statements of Peter Obi was that this country will be turned from being a consumption country to a production company, and that was to facilitate the increase in valuation of our naira, so that we can compete favorably well in the international market. But unfortunately, he didn't come in, and here we are being faced with another government who we barely know what they have as a plan for the country. Getting $500 million from the World Bank, for what's the essence of it? That's the big question. Women emancipation, can that take care of 1% of our economic situation? That's the big question that we should ask, because I think what I perceive to be democracy is leaders being able to explain to the populace why they are taking certain financial decisions, especially knowing that they are not representing themselves but representing the entirety of the country. I must say that the starting point of this administration, I wouldn't want to be conclusive in my statement, but then I seem to see little or no direction in where we are heading financially. As at now, they told us that subsidy has been removed, which Nigerians, as we are talking, we are feeling the pains of the subsidy. Insecurity is still there, staring at our faces. Nigerians are still withdrawing from going into the forest to participate fully in agriculture. Now you have removed the subsidy. What are the palliatives that you have for the people? Now, you talk about that they are rolling out 500 million for women, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you are doing that, how would this money be spent accountably? Not just spent, accountably, because we can't forget in a hurry what Buhari did, claiming to help Nigerians. And all what we saw was for him to start sharing money around without being able to account for those monies. Today, as we are talking, not even 1% population of this country can boast of the fact that they receive money from Buhari's government. Why? Because those monies had a way of returning back to the pocket of our greedy politicians. Now, 500,000 naira, $500 million have been given. Show us the blueprint of how these monies are going to be expended, such that in the shortest possible time, Nigerians will feel the impact of that loan in our life, so that repayment will not be an issue. Already we know that we have backlog of loans, which Buhari, who had a very rotten financial system, had left behind for us. How are we going to do this? I remember some days ago when something popped up from a debt management office warning this administration that they should shut down on collecting too much loan, because Nigerian listing naira value is deteriorating. So I don't know at this point, but I won't want to be conclusive because this is only barely 1 month into this administration. It's wrong to draw conclusion, but already the future seems not to really. It's like we are in a slope. I can't tell what we are going to meet as we go down this slope.
You just said it all. My fear now is that at this rate, we should go with cap in hand, really. We have overborrowed. It would have been a case of, please don't give us a loan. If you can give us as grant, we are owing everywhere.
Do you understand?
Because going to go and collect loan, and what are those, like you rightly say, those things, infrastructure, whatever you have kept on ground for repayment of these loans in case of eventuality, because definitely you would repay. Now, if you are just collecting and there's nothing on ground to secure the repayment, oh my God.
I'm telling you, the journey is going to be very far.
Just like Peter Obi had said, he said Nigeria is at a wit end.
Yes.
And we need someone to draw it back, at least to take it, may not necessarily take it to the beautiful milk and honey, but at least take it, turn it to the right track. We need someone like a Peter Obi that is very conservative.
We need a stingy man.
Oh, Nigeria right now needs a conservative president. Someone that will be, so we call him stingy. In fact, that's exactly what Nigeria needs.
Yeah, a stingy man who will be able to cop in so much. And before Nana had said it's wrong for us to allow people to steal our monies and walk away. Or let me not use the word stealing. Let me use the word for people to spend Nigerian money unaccountably. Call them for accountability. If they can't account for it, so that it will be a message driven home very well, ensure that you strip them of all their financial resources. Strip them of it. Because imagine, as we are right now, we have started borrowing. And guess what? The incoming cabinet are going to be learning from what happened in the days of Buhari. And everyone will want to avail himself of opportunity to make sure that they finish straight Nigeria into pieces. I don't know what the future is like for this country, but let's keep watching to see. Maybe $500 million. Let's see what he would tell us after 3 or maybe 5 months.
Let's give him benefit of doubt, because
we
the truth is he just, yes, let's hope that
can't tell.
many
before Nigerians, he had been
Nigerians,
saying a lot of bala blue during his this thing, but
some persons have been.
Now, he has not been saying bala blue. So which therefore means things can change as we keep making headway. So let's be hopeful.
Let's truly be hopeful. That's only what we can say right now. Let's be hopeful and hope truly that he has what it takes really to take, or else Nigeria, it is well.